Hey guys, Dan Fresh here again with another YouTube video for the weekend. This is a review on the SSP Undertray and how to install it properly. I'm trying to get a little in depth with you guys for people who, once again, might not know how to install things 100% properly and want an exact step-by-step. I'm not going to be videoing the whole install, but I'm going to be explaining it in depth. So this is the Undertray that you get here. It's a two-piece Undertray. And then it's got the cutouts here for the oil services and whatnot, and it comes in a powder coated black. I already did an unboxing video, so if you want a little more detail on the whole thing just unboxing wise, you can go back and watch that video. But anyways, so the hardware that you get with it is you get 3 of these big guys, a bunch of these ones, and then there's also shorter ones than these. It's not by much, but they're a little shorter. You get some black nuts, and then also these little clips here, and then also you get your 2 panels, one bigger one small one for the oil service, and then you get some rubber fittings, which are these right here. So let me show you the back side of them. They protrude a little bit like that, the rubber nuts basically, and what you're going to do is you're just going to insert them so they're flat on the bottom, just like that, and that way it sits flush like this one here. I already have this side installed. I left this one uninstalled so you could see what it looked like, but you want it to sit flush, and then you're going to put it up on there and you're going to bolt it down with the longer versions of these guys. The shorter versions with the black nuts are going to go on here. So you get these 2 long brackets that you can see here on the top and bottom portion, and you're going to lay those flat on the top half, and then you're going to put the short bolts through the bottom here with the black nuts, and there's just enough short bolts for this whole piece and just enough nuts for this whole piece, and you're just going to bolt them together. What you want to do first before you tighten it all up, I suggest putting the nuts in and just hand screwing them down and with the brackets, and then putting it flat on the ground, because what you want to do is try and get these edges here as flush as possible all the way down. And so you're going to put it flat on the ground. Try and measure this top edge here, and when it's flat on the ground, put a wrench on here and just leave it down, and then hold it over the edge like this while it's flat on the ground, and then take a ratchet and tighten it down. That way this edge is flush. And what I did was I tightened these 2, then I tightened those 2, tightened those 2, and then tightened the bottom ones, and then I stood it up like it is now and tightened the rest of them all down, and then that'll give you the flush setup. And then you're just going to put those rubber grommets in, tighten the panels down. You might as well do it now because you don't need to do it, after the fact. So you can just put those on. And those are going to take the longer ones, like I said, these longer guys. So then next, what we're going to do is you're going to get these clips, and the clips are for each one of the holes around the edge. Let me go under the car with you real fast. Now this is the driver's side, and I haven't cut it yet, but as you can see there's those 3 holes right there. 1, 2, 3. And what you have to do is take some dikes, and you're going to want to cut just a little square out so the clip can get to it, because they're not long enough. And now let me show you on the other side how I've already installed them. So as you can see, I just took some dikes, cut it, and they fit. I still have one more to install on the end there, but yeah, so you're just going to cut it out and put it there, and then so there's all 3 for this side, and then the other side needs to be installed still. So this side's already done, all 3 of them, and then the rest of them, one's going to go there, there, all the way around the edge, and then the front half here, there's already some factory ones, so you don't need to install them there. You're just going to reuse those guys there. But you're going to have to add them to the rest of the bumper, and then part of the Undertray there. And then on this side, let me get my light up there properly. On this side, so you're going to have one on the bumper, one there, and then there's an extra one, but only for the driver's side, that comes way out here, and you're going to put it on there as well. That one doesn't take any cutting. None of the ones on the bumper take cutting. Just the 3 on the inside that connect right next to the wheel. And there you go for both sides. And so you're just going to trim those down and then put the clips on. And then other than that, you're just going to put the panel underneath here and just bolt it up with the longer guys. And then just for the fat big bolts, you have 3 of them. Let me get my light here. So there's this bar here that goes all the way across. You're going to unbolt those and you're going to take those screws out and then install it underneath there, and it'll stay flush. That way the bar's not in the way. But other than that, it's that easy to install. Okay guys, so I was about to skip to the end and just show you what the install part looked like. But there was a couple notes that I wanted to make before I jumped to there. So I'm right about to throw it on, and one thing is as you can see, there's some spots missing from the powder coat on the top half. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to see it. I don't even really care if the bottom half is painted or if it's scratched or what have you. You're not going to see it. I'm just one of those people who doesn't care. You might care, but the bottom is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the bottom. Looks great. The top is missing a few pieces. If you want to fill it in, go ahead and get some black paint or something and finish it off. If you're worried about it corroding a little bit, I don't think it'll rust, but if you're worrying about it corroding, I suggest doing maybe another coat of some kind of clear coat or something to protect it. But yeah, so there's my note on that. Another note I wanted to make was on these clips. When you put them on, you want the flat part facing the bottom and the dimpled part facing up. That might be common sense to some, but maybe not all. But yeah, you want the flat part on the bottom, the studded part with the bump here on the top. That gives the bolt enough room to go through and keeps the bottom nice and flush so that the panel can hug nicely tight. Other thing is on these rubber grommets, I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but this is the top half of the shield, and I left one of them untightened, but I was worried about these going in, and then there's nothing here to keep it from sliding outward. Well, what happens is it's flush on the other side because there's a flat piece, and when you tighten it up, this happens. They sponge outward and get fat, so it's going to stay there nice and tight. And so as soon as you tighten it up, it'll stay nice and flush. It's not going to fall out. So yeah, they fatten themselves out, and it gives you a nice rubber insulation so it doesn't rattle or anything. But yeah, that was the note that I wanted to make. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and finish installing it, and I'll show you the finished product. I got that bar underneath that I was talking about off. So there it is on the ground. 12mm bolts unscrewed, and then you're going to put the new ones in. So you're going to put the panel underneath that bar, and then put the new black bolts in and tighten it up. But other than that, guys, I'll get to you at the end. Okay guys, the under panel is now on. As you can see, I have it completely bolted up. I do want to talk about one quick thing. Sorry the camera angle's so weird, it's a little tight under here. I should have probably lifted up the car a little more. But I do want to talk about one quick thing. Over on the driver's side over here, I spoke about putting a clip there, and then a clip over here. I misspoke because I was looking at it backwards. There is no clip here, so I had to take that one off. And the reason I noticed that is because when I put all my clips on, I noticed I had one left, and I was like, why do I have one left? The reason is because there's this diagonal spot in the back here, really close to that bar that you have to disconnect then rebolt down. Sorry, I'm trying to get a little bit of angle on that. And there's 2 clips that have to go here, and then you just bolt it up. So sorry about that, guys. It was at the beginning of the video. So you're not going to put the 3 clips on that driver's side flat part on the back. You're going to put 2 clips back here. So you got 2 here, and you take off the bar. You got the bar, and then you got the 2 back there, 2 up there, all the front ones, and then you have 2 there, 1 up there, 2 over there, and then all the front ones again. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If there's anything else that you have questions on, or I missed something, I'm sorry, but please let me know. I'm always in the comments trying to send messages back, but let me know if I missed anything, and you guys have a great day.